Yo, what's good, guys? I'm Darren, and I'll be sharing my stories, my experiences, my views, and my thoughts on a range of topics from music to sports to food and a bunch of other stuff. This is the show about anything and everything for anyone and everyone. This is the N1 podcast. Let's go. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the N1 podcast. I'm your host, Darren, and in today's episode, I'll be talking about Spider-man No Way Home. Alright, now, I already got my tickets, and I can't wait. Have you guys gotten your tickets? We're about less than a week away, I think. Yeah, well, about a week or less than a week away from the release of the movie. And, I'm so excited. I really can't wait. And let me just say this now. This is not a spoiler. No, I haven't watched it, today's episode, I'll just be giving you my thoughts, my 2 cents about, what might happen in No Way Home. And, yeah. So, let's get right into it. Alright. So, I'm sure we've all seen the trailer, right? It came out like I think a few weeks back. I think about a month back now. And even up to now, there's been all these small little TV spots that are showing up on YouTube, on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. And it's given us a lot of finer details to the returning villains, right? And I was so excited. And I'm sure you guys have all seen the trailer as well. And what do you guys think? Alright. So when I first saw the trailer, right? Alright, let me set the scene for you guys. I was in the car. I was in the back seat. And my parents were driving. And I had my headphones on. And I was just like a little kid again. Right? So I was just smiling from ear to ear. Seeing seeing so many familiar faces return. And a small part of me wanted to scream out loud, but I didn't. I kept my cool. And I was after watching the trailer, man, I was so happy. And in particular, seeing the Green Goblin and Doc Ock return, and seeing Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina reprise their roles, and of course with Electro, Lizard, and Sandman, and their return, but in particular, I was very happy to see Doc Ock and Green Goblin return. Hearing Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin's iconic, very scary, very very scary laughter, and and seeing the pumpkin bombs again, man, and seeing him in the iconic green suit, and as well as seeing Alfred Molina's Doc Ock rise from the smoke again, and I absolutely loved it. I was so excited, and even up to now, I can't wait. And now watching the trailer again with all the TV spots, and after seeing all the finer details and certain changes to the villains, I was happy that the OG villains were returning. I was happy that we get to see the Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Lizard, Sandman, Electro return from their universes, right? And a lot did not sit right with me. A lot of things kind of upset me, and it was a lot of the finer details and the minor changes to the characters that kind of pissed me off. Now, I don't want to step on anyone's toes here. It is just my opinions, my thoughts, and I just want to share. All right. So, firstly, Doc Ock's tentacles. Man, why are his mechanical arms turning red now? Is it because of the nanotech? Is it because he's absorbing it from Spider-Man's suit? Like, man, why is it always tied back to Iron Man or Tony Stark? I really hope that this movie doesn't have a lot to do with Iron Man or Tony Stark again. And also Electro. I was so happy to see Electro with the comic accurate, the star-shaped face that lit up. Alright, and but what really got on my nerves was the arc reactor, man. Come on. Now, again, we're tying it back to Iron Man, Tony Stark again. Like, come on, man. And apart from those two, how many suits does this Spider-Man need, man? There's one freaking movie, and I think in the trailer, if I counted correctly, it was about like 4 suit changes, and for I don't know, for each situation, maybe. Like, come on, man, you're Spider-Man. Like, so yeah, so those were just some things among a whole list of other things that I was kind of upset about. Especially having grown up following Spider-Man and the OG villains, especially, and seeing those minor changes, minor details, kind of stepped on my toes a bit. But I'm still excited to see them return. Don't get me wrong. Alright. Now, I just want to put it out there. I am not a fan of MCU Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And here's a few reasons, right? I don't like the AI suits, right? I never liked them. I don't like how he can just like activate instant kill, or just stuff like that, right? And he has a damn personal assistant. Come on. And I also don't like the portrayal of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. From his life to his friends to Aunt May. Like, I really find Aunt May really irrelevant in the whole movie. Yeah, sorry, in the whole 2 MCU Spider-Man films. And his Spider-Man, his Peter Parker, never seems to face any consequences for his actions. And he just reveals his identity to everyone he's fighting. And then it took I guess Mysterio exposing him on the Daily Bugle, I guess, to really, I guess, now having go through some major consequences, right? And also don't like the negligence of Uncle Ben, and the iconic line of "with great power comes great responsibility." Right? It's Spider-Man, man. And you've had you've had 2 whole films to incorporate that iconic line, but we've not seen it. There's been barely any mention of Uncle Ben, and there's just some of the things that I really don't like about MCU Spider-Man. Alright, so now, why am I so excited for Spider-Man No Way Home then, you guys might ask? Right? Now, that's a very good question. Okay, so from all the things that I just said, you guys might think that I really do not want to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. And but you're wrong, my dear friend. Alright, so apart from the returning villains, apart from the OG guys returning, You know, I am hyped. I am so excited, mainly because of the possibility of the return of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. You know, I really hope that they do return, and I really want to see them back in their suits again. Right. So the big question is, right? Will Tobey and Andrew show up? I certainly hope and believe so. It is a major reason as to why I cannot wait to catch Spider-Man No Way Home. Call it wishful thinking if you want to, but I know I'm not the only one that's holding out for it. I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one who believes that they will return. Alright. Now, I just want to say, I love the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Call me biased if you want, but I grew up watching Tobey Maguire as my first live-action Spider-Man, and I'll say it now, he will always be my live-action Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Alright, so I loved everything about the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Right, I loved the portrayal of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. From how Peter was always shy, always being bullied, always being pushed around. How he was always scared to approach MJ. How he was always very, very reserved, right? And up till the spider bite, right? The iconic spider bite scene, and he was climbing out the walls, right? That was incredible, and that gave him that little bit of spark, that little bit of confidence, and all the way to Aunt May and Uncle Ben, right? Who played such an important role, vital, if you will, in helping shape Peter as he was growing up and facing all these sort of challenges, right? So how could we possibly ignore the iconic line of "with great power comes great responsibility," right? And it was delivered so beautifully by Uncle Ben in Spider-Man, and throughout the trilogy, Aunt May, God bless Aunt May, she's been a blessing, and she's always giving Peter advice and always being there for him, and was giving him her blessing, and she's just so sweet, and sometimes even I felt like Rosemary Harris was my Aunt May in real life, right? And up to even the soundtrack, oh my god, don't even get me started. The soundtrack was legendary. It was epic, especially with the swinging scenes. It had so much emotion, it had so much drama, in just a theme song, right? And composed by the great Danny Elfman. It was just, the whole trilogy was just iconic, and it still is to this day. And I could just put it on right now, right, and just sit through all three movies non-stop. All right, so now I'm sure you guys can see why I can't wait for Spider-Man No Way Home, right? And some of us have waited 14 long years to see Tobey Maguire back on the big screen, in his iconic suit, and this Spider-Man No Way Home might just be it. I really hope so. And so, will Tobey and Andrew show up in Spider-Man No Way Home? I will say yes. So at what point in the movie do I think? I'm not too sure. There was a lot of speculation that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man might show up when MJ's falling. Just like how his Gwen fell from the clock tower. And let me put it out there. I love that scene so much. Especially when when he shot his web, right, and the webs sort of came out like a hand trying to grab Gwen again. And okay, sorry, let's get back. So a lot of speculation is that Andrew might show up to save the MCU's MJ, right? And I think that's highly possible. In the trailer, I'm sure it gave all of us that the feeling back, that the feeling of Andrew Garfield trying to save Gwen again, right? I'm sure it did. And but I don't know. I just hope they don't just show up during the final battle. If you know what I mean. I hope there's halfway through the movie or a little earlier. There's some exploration into the Raimi universe and Andrew Garfield's universe, and just to explore their characters a little bit more. I just hope they get a solid amount of screen time. Okay, and I'm really excited for it. I really can't wait to see them back in action. I just hope that Spider-Man No Way Home does right by them, right? So now I'm hyped up. I can't wait. We're less than a week away from the movie. And I hope you guys are just as excited as I am, and I can't wait to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to give a thumbs up. Click that like button, and show some love. I appreciate it. And let me know what you guys think will happen in Spider-Man No Way Home. Do you guys share the same thoughts as I do? Or do you have something different in mind? Please share. Please feel free to share about Spider-Man. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? I can't wait to see what you guys say, and I'm excited to see what you guys say. And as usual, I invite you guys to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more on me and the NY podcast. And yeah, that's today's episode. Catch you guys soon. Peace. Oh. And here's a little drawing I did. Yeah. Be nice, guys. Alright. What do you guys think? Alright. Peace.